Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode on the Growth Project podcast. Today, we're talking about 5 of my favorite tips to help us glow the F up in 2024 and beyond. Now, these are tips for the girlies, especially for the girlies who do not shy away from doing the hard, nitty-gritty, deep work, and also who want to tap into their highest, most authentic self and live a life that feels really good and aligned to them. So this is for you if those are the values that you resonate with, okay? The reason why I felt super called to make this episode because I do see a lot of glow up type of videos and I love looking at them. I love taking in others people's ideas and like ideals and values and how they see the world and, you know, the things they've done to up level themselves and glow up themselves. And I find a lot of them to be very valuable. However, some of them I feel like are missing a lot of the internal work that it really takes to glow up. So sometimes I see a lot of like femininity videos that have to do with our appearance and like how we present, and I think like that those things are also important, especially if you want to upgrade your style and your fashion and like how you present yourself. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I love like presentation as well, and I love fashion, and I love how fashion really has an impact like on ourselves and our emotions and how we even carry ourselves. Honestly, I think that's a whole other episode. DM me if you guys want an episode like that, because it is so fascinating how just like your style and your wardrobe can definitely impact like your mentality and your emotional body and how you feel. Right? That's why we wear things and then we feel sexy. We wear things and we feel beautiful. And there's things that you can wear as well that will help you feel more confident and present yourself better and help you feel more powerful. So I'm all for that content. And honestly, I might even just make an episode a little bit about that and my journey with that, since I feel like this year I really want to upgrade my wardrobe a little bit. And I just really want to like reflect a little bit more who I am inside and express myself a little bit more through fashion. And I feel like I've always wanted to do that, but I'm just so in the phase of like returning back to all of my childhood and like teenage fantasies, and one of them was just, you know, fashion. I feel like at a certain point, like all of us girls probably had a little fashionista moment, and then we kind of never really, some of us we can't really go through it because, you know, our parents don't want to be buying the things that we wanted, that we were seeing in the magazines on TV, because most of the times they were probably not for us, right? I definitely should not have been wearing the things that Beyonce was wearing when I was 14, but you know, that was what I was looking at. So, or like Britney Spears or something like that. So, totally get it. But now I'm older, I'm wiser, and I have my old bank account, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. And I definitely want to express myself more when it comes to like, I just want to use clothes as another way to like upgrade my self-expression and my creativity and like my presence and all of that, basically. I just want to use that to really, I'm just diving into the psychology of everything. And I love how literally our clothes can play a big role in our self-identity and how we view ourselves. But let's get into today's episode. So one of my first tips when it comes to glowing the F up is what I said I sometimes see a lot of people skip out on, and that is to do the internal freaking work. The truth is, internal work will always be 100% more beneficial than external work with no internal work. So internal work will help you have that natural glow up that you're looking for. And it's more long lasting than external work with no internal work. When you do external work, so whether it is the wardrobe or getting your body done or any of those things, without doing inner work at the same time to make sure that you feel confident in yourself, that you feel worthy no matter the changes you make, your insecurities are not going to go away. And I personally believe that is why we had such a BBL epidemic, and a lot of girls are still not happy with their selves and with their bodies and with their lives, even after shelling out, $20K for enhancements. And the reason I believe that is because you need to do internal work and external work at the same time. I prefer to do the internal towards the external work versus, like I say, the other way around. But either way works as long as you do the internal work. Okay, that is so important, and it is going to be the basis of any natural up level, of any natural glow up. The more you glow on the inside, it naturally radiates outside, and people just want to be in your energy. People just see that something is different about you, and that is because your inner self and your inner light is glowing outward. Literally, if you didn't even change anything about yourself, people would still be able to tell that you had an internal glow up. And that's how strong an internal glow up is. And that is why I always prioritize inner work over every fucking other tip out there. So that's why we're starting with this one. Inner work is all about doing the things to get to know yourself better, to create, it's all about creating a healthy relationship with yourself, right? So there's so many different aspects of inner work, and maybe I can do a video episode talking about my favorite tips for inner work. But you can do a shadow work, you can do a journaling, you can go to therapy, you can do all of the things to help you have a better relationship with yourself. And what does a better relationship with yourself look like? Maybe that can help you understand a little bit more what inner work is. Having a better relationship with yourself, having a great relationship with yourself, is making sure that you prioritize yourself, you prioritize your desires, you take time with yourself, you take care of yourself, you love on yourself, you are compassionate with yourself, and you're forgiving with yourself, you're stern with yourself when you need to be. You essentially become like this authority figure in your life. You essentially become your own best friend. That is what I like to call inner work, is becoming your own best friend and literally holding yourself, holding your hand, holding yourself accountable as you go through the changes that you want to implement in your life, as you become the person that you've always wanted to be. You need to do work to untangle all of the sticky, icky emotions inside of you, all of the sticky, icky beliefs in your head, all of the things that make you feel unworthy, insecure, dirty, like you're not deserving, all of those things that are within you. When you start to do the inner work and you start treating yourself like your best friend, you can now start unraveling and untangling and unpacking all of that. Why do you believe the things that you believe about yourself? Why do you feel like you're unworthy? Why do you feel like you're undeserving? Why do you feel like this thing about yourself shouldn't be loved? And just by reflecting and taking time to draw within yourself and reflecting on those things, like going into deep introspection and reflecting on those beliefs, reflecting on those feelings that you get, those negative feelings, the feelings of jealousy that you get, the feelings of envy that you get, the feelings of hopelessness that you get, the feeling of disappointment that you get. Noticing when these feelings come up and asking yourselves, like, what are they trying to tell me right now? What am I reacting to right now? What am I reacting to right now that just made me feel jealous, that just made me feel envious, that just made me feel hopeless, that just made me feel unworthy, that just made me feel insecure? And my favorite thing is obviously to use a journal and to start thinking about all of these things and writing these things down, and, you know, using journal prompts and using workbooks and stuff like that to really help me work through it. But essentially, it's about learning to have a relationship with yourself. If you were your own partner, how would you treat yourself? How would you encourage yourself? How would you be there for yourself? How would you feel your emotions? How would you give yourself space to feel your emotions? How would you talk to yourself? That is the inner work, y'all. That is the inner work. Your self-talk, how you treat yourself, how you think about yourself, how you, what actions you take to yourself. Do you beat yourself up? Like, are you compassionate with yourself? Do you allow yourself space to grow and to learn and to make mistakes and to love yourself? Like, that is the internal work to untangle all of these beliefs and feelings that you are not deserving of your own love. And like I said, there is different ways to go about doing the internal work, and there's different modalities, and find the ones that work for you. Just, you know, you can go on Google and literally just Google inner work practices, or inner work practices in this, or spiritual inner work practices, and find the ones that really work for yourself. I love meditation, I love journaling, and those ones really work for me. And I also love crying in the shower, and that really, really, really works for me and helps me release. And that's the ones that I'm sticking with. Okay, that's my man, and I'm gonna stick beside him. But yeah, inner work is so important. When you start doing that inner work, and you start believing in yourself, and you start loving on yourself, and you start taking care of yourself, and you start untangling all of your like insecurities, and just really just like building confidence and building self-worth in yourself, you're going to notice that you have a natural glow up, and that you start glowing from the inside out. You start feeling happier. You start feeling more fulfilled. You start accepting yourself, and that energy is delicious, y'all. That energy is delicious. It looks good. It smells good. It feels good. And it naturally leads to that glow up. So, my second big tip for anyone who is on their glow up journey, while you're doing your inner work, is to invest in yourself. Now, this is one that you may see on a lot of glow up videos, and I highly agree with this one. The reason why is because this is how I see it. You spend money on things that you find valuable, right? So the clothes that you find valuable, the things that you think will give you more status, you spend money on them. You spend money on the car, you spend money on the house, you spend money on the computer, you spend money on the things that you need, want, and the things that will make you be perceived as more valuable or give you status. So you spend money on things you value. When you spend money on yourself, or you invest in yourself, you are signaling to your brain and to yourself that you are something that you value, that investing in yourself will make you more high status, valuable, whatever signals it, like whatever value means to you. And that is what I love doing, and that is what I have seen literally happen in my life. The moment that I started investing in myself, in my skills, in my interests, in my values, I started becoming more high value. I started becoming more valuable. I started gaining more status because I decided to put money on myself. I decided to invest in myself. And if you think about it, right? when we look at it on a physical level, I guess that could also explain the BBL epidemic and just the self-surgery and like just beauty cosmetic and beauty surgery industry and the biggest boom lately, because you're putting money on yourself. You are investing in yourself. Either way, even though it is your teeth or your butt or your breast, you're still putting money on yourself. So part of it still signals to your brain that you are putting money on yourself and you're investing in yourself. And when you think about it, a lot of girls went into the whole BBL thing to even be perceived as more valuable and more desirable to the society or the men that they wanted to attract, right? So obviously that is not what we're talking about here, but investing in yourself is so freaking important, y'all. Invest in your interest. Please invest in your skills. Like, when's the last time you learned a new skill, y'all? When's the last time you learned a new freaking skill? You want to glow up? Put money on yourself. Put fucking money on yourself. Invest in your skills. Learn a new skill. Learn a valuable skill. Learn how to upgrade one of the skills that you have, right? So something that I'm thinking about is taking a public speaking class, right? Even though I personally feel I'm good at communication and I have a gift for the gab, I have a gift for communication and for speaking, I'm like, hey, how can I upgrade this? Now, after I take this communications class, y'all better for sure, like for motherfucking sure, my price is going to go up for whatever it is. Or now I can maybe market myself as a public speaker, or maybe I'll have new skills in my bag, in my skill set that now I can use to market myself as more valuable, or market myself to other people as I can help you with this, or whatever it may be. Or just essentially, I'll just have more in my skill set, and that will just make me more valuable on the market, and I can market myself as having the skill set and having invested in it and knowing what I'm doing and knowing what I'm talking about. So invest in your skills, learn a new skill. Invest in the things that you value. This is so freaking important, y'all. It's not enough to just spend money on things that other people want you or say that you should have. That is a waste of your money. You need to be spending money on the things you value, because the things you value will essentially make you more valuable. I value my gift of communication. Therefore, I am choosing to invest in that gift. That gift is going to bring me back value. The value that I put, the money that I put in there is going to bring me back money and value. If I just put it on something that I don't care about, like upgrading my TV set so that I can feel like I have a bigger TV or more status, or for when people come over to my house, then how is that paying me back? How is that bringing more value to my life? I don't know. Maybe for someone else who values that type of recognition, maybe it gives them something. It wouldn't give me anything. So for me, I choose to put money on the things that I value. And that is a freaking key when it comes to up-leveling your life and glowing up yourself and your life. Put money on the things that you value. If you value eating healthy, it is worth it to spend a little extra money in the organic grocery store. If you value being active, it is worth it to put a little extra money on getting a Pilates class. Even if other people think that those things are unnecessary, if for you they are necessary, do it. If you value being able to go in a gym that is open all the time, that is not overcrowded, that doesn't have a lot of people, or that has a specific type of people, maybe it's worth it to put an extra couple dollars and go into that rich gym or that luxury gym or whatever the case may be. If it's worth it for you, if it's valuable for you, make sure to allot money to there. Make sure that money is going towards that thing. that you value. Because that is how you increase your self-worth and your self-value. So last thing, y'all, you want to make sure that you're investing in your interests. This one is huge because we tend to push everything we like to the side to do what is responsible, to do what is expected of us, to do what like someone of our age or our sex does. And it's really important for you to take that power back and start investing in the things that you like to do. Start investing in the things that matter to you. You will notice that when you start doing this, your life will start feeling more delicious, more juicy, more beautiful, more fulfilled. And you will naturally have that inner glow within you because you will be filling up yourself, filling up your cup, right? So what are you really interested in, and how can you put a little bit of your money towards those things that really, really interest you? How can you allow your money to, flow a little bit more to the things that really matter to you and that interest you? So whether it's learning a new skill or learning a class or learning how to do your makeup and just maybe investing in some makeup brushes that will like do the job well. Like, don't tell yourself that these things, it's not important, my makeup brushes, or like those things are irresponsible to spend like $50 on that. It's not worth it. If it's something that you are interested in, you should put money towards it. I'm not saying to go blow all of your money, but investing in the things that you're interested in, that you find valuable, and things that can upgrade your skill set or that can upgrade you internally is so freaking worth it, y'all. Like they say, there's no price on peace. And when I have invested in myself and in those things, the amount of happiness and peace I feel within myself, it is to me priceless. And I've never ever felt like I have lost money investing in myself. I have never lost money investing in myself. Alright, so I did take a little bit of time on that, so I am going to go on tip number 3. Tip number 3, and it kind of goes with tip number 2, but when you're investing in yourself as well, you also want to invest. Part of investing in the things you value, you can naturally as well invest in your appearance if that is something that is important to you. So investing in your health, appearance, how you look, because when you look good, you do feel good. And when you feel good, you do want to look good. So I feel like it's a nice cycle. And I'm not just talking about like makeup and stuff like that. I'm talking about, can you invest in the things that make you feel really good and make your life feel really good? So whether it is that you just feel so freaking good in the softest materials, can you allow yourself to have more like soft materials in your wardrobe? If you feel just really good with skincare when your skin is glowing, allow yourself to invest in really good skincare and figure it out and have a routine for your skin so that you know once you're always like taking care of your skin and taking care of yourself, like you are feeling good. So in other videos, I see this as like people saying like, put yourself together, get put together. I see this as just really investing in the things that make you feel good and that make you feel more confident. So yes, it is a little important to look good and feel good. It is not shallow and it's not girly or any of those things are vain. Like we all know it. When we look our best, we feel great. And if you want to put your best foot forward and you want to present yourself well, it does mean something to yourself to do that little extra effort for yourself. And whatever that effort looks like. No one's saying you have to go splurge and put all your money, but whether you do your hair at home, putting that little extra effort to do it in a nice way that you want, or to do it every couple of weeks instead of letting it go to the like 2-3 months and then you don't feel good about yourself. You don't like yourself when you look in the mirror. I think those are little things that can help us glow up and also help us feel more confident within. Now, my fourth tip would be to get better friends and to get people around you that support you. You can be doing all of this work, all of this internal work, looking better, feeling better, glowing up. But if the people around you are literally haters, or if the people around you do not want to see you glow up, or do not care about you bettering yourself, or do not care to even better themselves, they are inevitably going to pull you down, to pull you back to wherever they are, or whatever level that you guys were comfortable at. When you start investing in yourself, investing in your future, starting to do the inner work, starting to heal, starting to do all of those things, some people will naturally fall off of your life because you guys just won't resonate anymore. But some people will still be there, but then they'll make like weird comments about your journey or about all of the things that you're doing. And it's really important to like sift through your friendships and notice which ones are really, which ones are you going to take to the next level of you. And those are going to take some really hard conversations and some vulnerable conversations, because, you know, you're going to have to explain to certain people that like, I am on this journey of getting better. Like, I don't want to be where I'm at anymore. I don't like the version of myself that I'm currently, and I am going to put in the effort to change. And I would love to be around people who can support that, or who are supportive in that. And if they do not get that, and if they feel like you trying to, I don't know, outwork them, outdo them, whatever, any type of competition vibe, it is so sucky to just want better for yourself and see that how that triggers people. But it is not your fault, and it doesn't mean that you shouldn't continue to invest in yourself and to put time in yourself and to do the inner work. It just means that those people only resonated with a version of you that no longer exists right now. A version of you that you're working on no longer being. And the thing is that if they only liked that version of you, then they're not going to really like that version of you that you're becoming anyways. So you might as well just let the relationship fade away, is what I recommend for that. But the actual tip is to get a more supportive network, upgrade your friends, get better support. And that is something that's freaking hard to do in 2024 as a girl in her late 20s. I won't lie. That is freaking hard to do, y'all. But there is a lot of tips out there on how to make friends like of your caliber, or like the people who want to grow with you. Social media is an amazing space to find people who value the same things as you. That's why it's important to know what you value. And when you start valuing yourself and you start investing in your interests and in your skills and in your values, you are more likely to meet people who value those things as well. So if you are the person who values, or, you know, you're interested in like having the gym with nobody in there, and like high quality equipment, and that gives you the nutrition plan and blah, 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 and it's a little bit more expensive and it's a little bit more bougie, and you decide to invest in that, you might, you know, find another girly over there who also valued that because she paid for the same gym membership, and y'all could start talking, y'all could start planning or coordinating your workouts, and you know, before you know it, you're friends. And at least you have someone who values something like you, and they value getting better, and they value growth. So you already know that you guys kind of like resonate on this one area, and that no one's gonna get jealous if the other person is growing, because you both value growth. So there are a lot of tips. I actually have an episode on my podcast. I think it was one of my earlier episodes. So you guys are going to have to go down maybe like before the 10th episode. And it was all about like no friends, no new friends. Like, here is my top tips to make friends in your 20s. And I still think that it's very, very resonant. I may make an update to that one, but it essentially talks about how when you're authentic and you are yourself and you learn to value yourself, you are going to find people, and you're going to attract people who value you and who like you because you like yourself. And that's why I feel like a big part of the glow up journey is liking yourself and valuing yourself, because then you are just going to naturally attract better, because you are resonating better, and you also know your standards, and you also know what you're worth. So getting better friends and a better support system is so important. And it's not something that, like, out of all of those tips, I did put it towards the end because it will take time. But I do believe that as you do the inner work and you invest in yourself and your skills and you put extra effort in the things that matter to you, that you will meet those people and that you will value yourself enough to allow the right people to come into your life and to do the hard things of like going up and talking to people and doing all of those things, because you know that you deserve it and you deserve to have great people in your life. But having great friends and having a good support system is so important to anybody's life, and especially us as women who thrive in community. And for the longest, we have, as women, like really just kept community around us, whether or not they were supportive, because we feel better in community sometimes than alone. And we've made a lot of relationships through just like gossip and just like backstabbing or just like talking about people or just that type of vibe. And I think like we're changing and we want more valuable friendships now. And part of that is truly really valuing yourself, like I said, and finding the things that you like, talking about your interests, being really real, and you are going to naturally attract the people who vibe with you and who likes the things you like, and you guys can bond over things other than just like gossip and whatnot. So my last final tip, oh my god, like I didn't know that this episode was going to be like so deep and so like so valuable and just so deep. But my last tip, and it just kind of like encompasses all of the other tips. The 5th tip is self-love, y'all. Self-love is the freaking key to your internal, external life glow up. When you do the inner work, invest in yourself, put the effort in yourself, attract better people around yourself, you are going to experience such deep levels of self-love, love that you've never felt for yourself, or maybe even sometimes from anyone else. And it is so healing to be able to feel absolute love for yourself after years and years of tearing yourself apart, years of not feeling good, years of hating yourself, years of trying to change yourself, years of talking negatively in your brain, years of feeling insecure. When you're able to reach into a deep level of self-love, y'all, the glow up is immaculate. The glow up is undeniable. They won't need a telescope to see. They won't need a telescope or anyone, anywhere on the world will see that light radiating from you when you love yourself. It is literally undeniable. And self-love starts with taking care of yourself. Can you care for yourself as your own best friend? Can you care for yourself as your own child? Can you become like your own parent for a little bit and really give yourself everything that you need? Give yourself everything that you needed, that you didn't receive. You know the stories that go around in your head around how you never received this from your parents, how you never received that, and how you didn't get the support, and how you didn't get the emotional regulation and the emotional support that you need, and all of these things that you say in your head about this is why you're like that. Can you now take responsibility for yourself and give those things to yourself? Or will you stay in that same cycle and that story of how they didn't give it to you, so now that's it? It's not the end of the story. You can give those things to yourself. That's a huge reason why I decided to start my business. I decided to give myself the life that I wanted. I decided to support myself. I decided to believe in myself, because those are things that I didn't believe that I got when I was younger, and I decided to give it to myself. And that's why now I feel so sure of myself. I love myself. I will go hard for myself. I will battle for myself. I will fight for myself, because I decided to give myself the things that I believed that I deserved that I wasn't given. That is self-love, y'all. Can you love yourself? Can you give yourself love? Instead of beating up yourself, instead of telling yourself that you're ugly and you're unworthy and you're fat and you're lazy, can you be compassionate with yourself? Can you see who you were as a kid and be like, I understand that you didn't get these things and that you are like this now. But I am now taking responsibility for you because I love you so fucking much. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to heal your wounds. I am going to believe in you. I'm going to invest in you. I'm going to give you so much love and care that you have no fucking reason but to be worthy, but to be great, but to shine. And on a practical level, this looks like caring for your body, like stop neglecting yourself, stop neglecting your needs, making sure you have those meals, making sure that you're clean, making sure that your space feels good, making sure that your mental health is good, that you're talking to people, that you are seeking therapy if you need, that you are investing in a coach if you need to build your confidence or you build your self-worth, or that you are in spaces with other people who are on the same journey, taking care of yourself, making sure that you're going outside for those walks, making sure that you're doing the things that you love. What you love is a direct reflection of who you are. And the more you allow yourself to take pleasure in the things that you love and in the things that you desire and the things that interest you and how you want to be and how you want to express, you are naturally loving yourself because you're allowing yourself to be who you naturally are. And that's self-love, y'all. It's allowing yourself to receive unconditional love, the type of love that God has for you, the type of love that honestly, it's so hard to find people who love you unconditionally because we've been conditioned by conditioned love. Do this or you won't get that. Allow yourself to feel what it feels like to love yourself unconditionally by loving yourself no matter what. And y'all will naturally see that gives you, like I said, the best glow up of life. And that is the type of up level and glow up in your body, in your life, in your mentality that is long lasting and that doesn't go anywhere. That heals you, that heals insecurities, that heals low self-worth, that heals your low self-confidence. When you give yourself this foundation of, I am going to love myself. I don't fucking care what the world says. I don't care what they say about my skin. I don't care what they say about my body. I don't care what they say about my level of intelligence. I don't care. I choose to love myself. I'm all I got, and I choose to fucking love myself as I am, and I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to do the things I love. I'm going to honor my interests. I'm going to put effort in myself because I am amazing as I am, and I can only get better. Y'all, you're going to be so fucking unstoppable. You are going to be so unstoppable that you're going to start tackling your goals. You're going to start going to the gym. You're going to be more motivated to invest in that skill. That is amazing fuel for your dreams and for your goals. Self-love is an amazing fuel when you literally do things out of love for the thing and out of love for yourself. It is crazy fuel and it keeps you going longer, and it is so beneficial, and it is so long lasting and deeply fulfilling. And it's something that no one can take from you. And that is the ultimate guide, y'all. That is the ultimate guide to your glow up. So I hope y'all really enjoyed this episode. Like I said, I didn't think it was going to be this deep. I thought I was just going to come on here and give you guys 5 tips. But I love it. I think it was a perfect episode, and it really encompasses the passion that I have for my listeners, for my audience, for people to love themselves and to invest in themselves and to become their best selves, to become their own best friends, and to stop internalizing all of the hate in the world and turning it on themselves. It helps no one. Actually, it helps corporations for you to hate yourself. but it doesn't help you. It doesn't help the people you love. It doesn't help the people you want to love you. It doesn't help any of that for you to hate on yourself. So if you want to experience the glow up of your freaking life internally, externally, and you want a huge glow up, especially when it comes to your confidence and your self-worth, so that you can do the things that you know you want to do, I am inviting you to invest in yourself, to invest in your confidence, to invest in your self-belief, to invest in your inner resilience, and to come into a workshop with me, to come into a space with me where we are going to work for the next upcoming weeks on getting you to a space where you feel fucking unstoppable, so that you can start conquering all of your goals and all of the blocks and all of the insecurities that were there. We're going to literally work on obliterating all of them so that you can feel unstoppable towards your goals. This is going to be the confidence freaking program of the year, and I really want to have as many of you in there as possible, because the goal is for you to make a big move on your goals and on your dreams. That's the end goal. But for that, you need to feel ready. You need to feel worthy. You need to feel unstoppable. You need to feel confident. And throughout the weeks that we will be together, we are going to be working exactly on that and making sure that you have all the tools, and making sure that you see that you have all the tools and you have exactly what it takes to bring your goals, your dreams, your desires into fruition, and to literally take back your power and become the person that you've always wanted to be. So I'm gonna leave the link for that below. I won't lie to you, the name of the program currently, Shine Online, but I am working on it a little bit. I'm like that. If I'm not sold on a name, I'm just like not sold on a name, and I allow myself to change my mind. I don't care. The program stays the same. The name is the name right now. Or star shine. Like it's all about shining, right? Shining, allowing ourselves to shine, and allowing ourselves to build confidence to shine. And I like it, but I feel like it's not only about shining online. You guys are going to be glowing up in your real lives as well. So that's the only thing that I'm just like, oh, I don't know. Do I leave it as Shine Online? Or I also had Blossom, which I feel is so beautiful. Like, doesn't Blossom just feel great? But Blossom doesn't feel fierce, and like my whole brand is fierce, but Blossom just feels exactly like this episode. So I'm gonna try to see if I can put a poll. If not, and if you've reached to the end of this episode, let me know if you guys prefer Shine Online or Blossom, and I will upgrade the name. But like I said, the contents of the program stay the same. And at the end of these weeks together, I know that you guys are going to feel so much more confident, so much more worthy, and so freaking unstoppable that no matter the name, y'all are gonna fucking kill it. So thank y'all so much for listening to this episode. Like I said, I'm gonna leave the link to that in the description, in the show notes, and I can't wait to see so much of you beautiful souls in there. Talk to you soon. Bye.